I wanted to say good morning to YouTube, but today is going to be a rough morning. I know y'all haven't seen me in a while. I've said on my social media that I'm going to do like a hair review, makeup looks, and stuff like that. And I do plan to, but right now this takes priority. Um, I've been watching the news, and it seems to get harder and harder as I watch every day. Um, before I get into this, I'm coming to you raw with no hair in, no makeup on, glasses. I'm still in my pajamas because it's a reoccurring issue that not only hurts my heart, but I'm pretty sure hurts a lot of people's hearts, and it needs to be addressed. Um, little things before I get started. Yes, if you hear like noises in the back, my dog is in the back. I'm trying to make sure he's as calm as possible. He's, going through something right now. And I also have the TV on, the news on in the back because I still want to stay updated on what's been going on. I'm going to take it back to as far as I can remember. The first tragedy was the Orlando shooting in 2016, where a guy just shot up a club of people who did nothing to him. Um, going fast forwarding beyond that, what happened at the Ariana Grande concert, what happened at the Batman, I think it was like the Dark Knight release, and today, um, well, what actually happened last night on October 1st in Las Vegas, this Las Vegas shooting. Enough is enough. Um, I don't normally like voice my opinion on stuff. And before I forget, because this is just as important, the situation that happened up north, I think it was in Chicago, the Kanika situation. I hope I'm saying her name right, and if I'm not, please correct me. I'm not gonna take it personally. I just want to get this right. The simplest stuff is that just take somebody's life, an innocent person's life, is ridiculous. Like, it is unnecessary. Um, we say all the time that, I don't know whose specific religion you are representing, but I'm a Christian, Baptist to be specific. And the way I was raised is you do your best not to hurt people. I'm not perfect. I do get mad at situations. I do get angry. Sorry if you see my background. Like I said, it's just coming raw. I do get mad at situations, and sometimes I don't make the best decisions. I can take responsibility for that because I'm learning, I'm growing. That is the whole process of life. But I don't take my personal vendettas or my personal situations to the point of like taking somebody's life or putting someone else in danger. And it makes me mad that people in general, it doesn't matter the race, it doesn't matter the sexual preference, it doesn't matter the religion, it doesn't matter any of that. The fact that you think that it is okay to take somebody's life because of money, because of a political decision that you don't agree with, because of just race, because of anything that is a materialistic thing. All this stuff is materialistic. It's very ignorant. It's ridiculous. There are really no words to describe what's going on here. Um, I'm only 23 years old, and I've learned quickly at a young age that not violence is not the answer. Violence is not the key to solving your issues. If you want to get a point across, there are ways to get a point across, and there's a time for it. This these tragedies that have been going on, there was no time for that. None at all. There is no excuse to take anybody's life. There's no excuse to put other people in harm. You put kids in harm as well as adults. You have mothers, grandmothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, cousins, work associates. It doesn't matter. You have people that other people care about in these settings, and you decide to revert to violence. Um, I did have this important discussion with a friend of mine about having the right to bear arms and stuff like that. I get it, you have your right, but is your right more important than your safety and other people's safety. I get it, some people have guns for protection. And this is not really to come at the law, but it's just something that needs to be done clearly to prevent these situations from happening. Um, I'm only a small YouTuber with a part-time job. I'm doing my best. These hurricanes have also been going on through this stuff, and I've been doing my best to pray, donate what I can. If you see my room right now, my room is in a complete disorder. Like, the section I'm in is not even in organizational order. It's just crazy. Like, I know I'm jumping from different subject, and I'm really sorry. I really do apologize, but I'm doing what I can with what I have to try to donate and help. Um, Little things like donating to the plasma center, just giving my plasma. I'm healthy, I'm strong. Little things like that. I know a lot of people will say, well, I don't have that $25 to donate to somebody. I don't have that 25,000 that celebrities are challenging. I get it. Um, but little things as donating clothes that you don't wear, um, going to the grocery store, just buying something extra, canned foods or whatever that only costs a couple cents, maybe no more than $1, to just donate. Even if it's just one, it helps one person. Um, Simple things as paying attention to your surroundings, your environment, people in your environment, um, people who are down and depressed. Pay attention. Take the time out of your busy day to pay attention, because you never know what their mindset is. You never know what they're going through. And I'm not saying that's an excuse to go shoot up a musical event or a club setting or put a teen in danger so she had to die alone in a freezer. None of that. Like, pay attention to the signs. It's just a simple way of helping a situation that doesn't need to happen. Um, this guy who just shot in Las Vegas, they're saying he had a girlfriend or a partner. And at first, I'm like, she had to know something. I was a little angry with her, to be honest. But playing devil's advocate and talking to one of my friends about the situation, I'm learning that she might not have known. She might not have paid attention to the signs. It's not her fault. She didn't pull the trigger. She didn't buy these guns. Apparently, from what the news is saying so far for this guy, all she did was rent the hotel room. Now, they're saying right now she doesn't have any part of it. Sorry, I got jailed. That stuff doesn't even matter. Um, they're saying she didn't have any part in it. I can only go with what was told to me and what I know. If she did, I pray that she just I pray that she just gets it together. I pray that she humbles herself. I pray that she tries to make it right. I mean, taking somebody's life, there is really no way to make it right, but sorry, I made an original video. I don't know if it's going to be on here, but someone had called me in the middle of it. Um, but like I said, I'm here to talk about these issues with this Las Vegas shooting. The Kanika girl, I really hope I'm saying her name right. Situation, the Ariana Grande concert situation, the Orlando shooting situation. These are all situations that are violent and that did not need to happen. These were not necessary situations. Losing a life is never a necessary situation. And feeling like you have that right to take somebody's life or put somebody's life in jeopardy, you're wrong. Like, you're the epitome of ignorance. Like I said, I don't normally come on social media. I don't normally say this stuff. Like, when I was younger, I used to lash out and say crazy stuff. But now, being mature and growing and learning on what I should and should not say, I've been quiet too long. Like I said, I'm coming to y'all raw. My hair is a mess. I have no makeup on. I'm in my onesie pajamas. But this situation bothered me in Las Vegas. I didn't speak on the situation with the girl being found in the freezer because I felt like I was not as knowledgeable as I should have been with the situation. I don't want to misspeak on a situation. Um, I didn't say anything about the Ariana Grande bombing situation because there's really no excuse. I was just distraught. And this Orlando situation and any other little situation, these little things that are turning into these big events are not necessary. Who are you as an individual to make the decision to take somebody's life? Like, let's really be clear. Um I say this all the time, that violence is not the answer. And I said this in another live video. I hope it uploaded. If it didn't, I'm going to say it again because it needs to be said. This hurricane situation going on, these shootings. I'm only a small YouTuber with a part-time job that just graduated from college, trying to make something of myself. I'm not able to donate as much as other people, but that doesn't mean I can't do anything. Simple things as, finding clothes that you don't wear anymore, that you can't fit anymore, putting them in a bin and shipping them off to a crisis center, going to the grocery store and buying an extra can to donate to somebody, doing community services, getting out there. It doesn't have to be directly towards that special huge event, but just doing something. Or if you can't even do that, paying attention to the signs, knowing what to look for, being knowledgeable, learning to know how to react to situations, learning to try to prevent situations. Everybody in this decade, this century, in this lifestyle thinks that, oh, they gotta only mind their own business. They have to worry about themselves. Yes, you do in a sense, but it's based off of the specific situation. If you know someone is depressed, if you know someone is angry, if you know someone is confused about a situation, if you don't have the answer, that doesn't mean you don't have to ask to find somebody who does have the answer to help that person. I don't know if this guy from Vegas was depressed. I really don't care. But if someone knew something, you could have prevented this situation. And I'm don't get me wrong, I'm not blaming anybody in this situation because it's difficult to juggle your own personal life and also other people's lives. But it's teaching me, everything's a teaching lesson. It's teaching me to pay attention more. I'm so worried about, getting my money, making sure my stuff is good, making sure my family's good, only focusing on the things that really directly affect me and not paying attention to little things that not only could affect me but can affect others. Not saying that, you got to be nosy all the time. No. But there's a difference between paying attention and offering help and just being nosy and conniving. The shooter, I've been watching news. If you can hear it in the back, my dog is wandering around and also the TV's going on. The guy had a partner, a girlfriend, wife, I'm not sure. And apparently he shot down at his hotel that was in her name. They found her, they questioned her, and they said she had nothing to do with it. Do I believe that? I don't know what to believe. I still could not believe that this even happened, and it's continuing to happen. I had to stop my little personal life, even though I wasn't really doing anything, and I'm still in my pajamas, like I said, about to get my day started. I still had to take the time out of my little regular day to say something and at least make the effort, because I've been quiet too long, and that's the problem with me, and I need to take responsibility for that. I've been quiet too long. I felt like other people's voices were bigger and more influential than mine. And that's not true. I could do or say something to try to help the situation. To be honest, I'm just completely lost. I have a loss of words. Like, not only am I thankful for, at least being in a safe environment, but I'm also saddened that people have to go through this, and it has nothing to do with race. It has nothing to do with religion. It has nothing to do with sexual preference. It has nothing to do with economical status. It has nothing to do with any of that type of stuff. We're human beings trying to make a life for ourselves, and we seem not to always care about the little things. And then when we don't care about the little things, big things like this happen, and then now we're in the space that I'm in, a loss of words, distraught. And I'm not speaking on anybody else. I'm speaking for myself mainly. Like I said, simple things is just paying attention, or, asking how somebody's day is going, making the effort outside of our own personal business and issues to make sure somebody else is okay, so situations like this don't happen. And as a Christian Baptist, to be specific, it takes a lot out of me to forgive. I'm not even gonna lie. I have moments where I want to hold grudges. I want to be angry. I want to retaliate. And I have to sit back and think, what are the consequences of this? Who am I affecting when I do this? What am I accomplishing when I react in an ignorant manner? And I think these people who were doing these crazy things, as leaving their friend in a freezer, getting her drunk in the first place, and letting her walk into a freezer. I still don't know the whole situation, but the fact that she died doing that, or bombing a concert, or shooting at a concert, or simply just hurting other people to either get a point across or for revenge, you are a childish individual and you need help. You're not thinking of your families, how the backlash of your family has to reflect on this, how other people's family have to readjust their lives because you decided to hurt or kill their loved ones. Not only as Americans, but as people all over the world who have the right to live, we need to do better. We really do need to be better. And I had a discussion with a friend of mine about the right to bear arms, and he said, he has that right. It's for protection. I understand that. But what defines the situation as protection nowadays? People say they're protecting their beliefs, so that's why they retaliate to other people. People say, oh, they felt their lives were in immediate danger, and that's why they're retaliating and resorting to violence. And it doesn't just have to be with guns. Like I said, this Kanika situation, I pray I'm getting her name right, had no guns involved. But it was with someone toying with her life, playing with her life. And she ended up losing it. Someone is always responsible for this stuff. And like I said, I don't know if this shooter guy was depressed. At this point, it doesn't matter, because he took his own life and took over 50 other people's lives and changed the world in a negative way. You were shooting at kids. You were shooting at grown adults. You were shooting at parents. You were shooting at children, brothers, sisters, cousins, co-workers, military officials, law enforcement altogether, neighbors. And I know my points are kind of like all over the place. I didn't write any of this stuff down. I just felt like it was just time for me to not be quiet anymore. Like growing up and putting all my business and my anger on social media, I thought wasn't the answer. And I realized that as growing up, you have to be careful what you say. So learning from my mistakes, it was just time not to be quiet anymore. Like there's a way to express yourself, and this shooter and these whole situations going on around not only just America but all over the world is teaching me to pay attention. There's always something you can learn in a situation, and it's teaching me to not only just pay attention and focus on my life, to pay attention to other people's. You never know. Your neighbor might be going through something and might feel like he or she needs to express themselves in a negative manner of violence, or just saying something period that could hurt somebody else. And it's my job to pay attention to that sign. Ask them how they're doing, use my resources that I have to help others. I just, my hearts just go out to all the victims and their families. It doesn't matter if they were hurt, not hurt, or dead. Like, the fact that you had to go through this, my heart goes out to y'all. Like, it just really did bother me. And the fact that it bothered me that much, I have on no makeup. My hair is a mess. I was supposed to do a hair review and a makeup look. That stuff doesn't take priority over this. This is more important. As people, I'm going to say this a billion times after this. We just have to do better. We really do have to do better. We live in a world right now where everybody's trying to mind their own business. And let me rephrase that. You have some people who mind my own business, it doesn't affect me personally, so I'm gonna mind my own business. You have those type of people, and then you have those people who are like extra nosy to just start drama, just to be involved in something, just to like spice up their day. We need to find a happy medium. We need to pay attention. That's not being nosy. Paying attention and making an effort to help a situation for the better of not only you, but your environment and the people around you in that environment. It's not being nosy. That's just being resourceful and helpful and a godly person. Even if you're not a religious person, it just makes you a good person. The fact that you tried and you made the effort, it's the effort that counts. Those people who are like, oh, it has nothing to do with me, I'm gonna mind my own business. That seems to be kind of what happened in the situation. The guy who was shooting in Vegas, from what was told on the news, and don't quote me, I'm not a news anchor. I don't know the news. I just go based off of what information is given to me. He had a partner, he had a companion, and they interviewed her, and she said she knew nothing, and she might have not. We don't know, but it makes me question: were there signs? Were there behaviors that showed that he was in this mindset to do this, to even think about doing this? These purchases of these weapons, like everybody's saying it was like a firecracker. Like nobody expected. He shot down from a hotel room, like a hotel room that doesn't have open windows. You have to like literally shoot through the window, and that's exactly what he did. And he killed over 50 people and injured over like 200 or 400. I'm not even sure. Like, I can't even imagine how she feels, especially if she had nothing to do with the situation. Not only did you lose your loved one, but he was responsible for the harm of hundreds of people. Like I said, like we as not only Americans, but as people all over the world need to pay more attention. My mind is just racing. My mind is just all over the place because I'm hurt. Like, this didn't directly affect me, but it does affect me. Like, the guy I was talking to about the firearms, he's planning to go to Vegas and on Wednesdays. So it's like, I really don't want him to go because I'm like, you never know what's gonna pop up. It could pop up here. Like, we just have to just do better. And I pray. I really do pray for their families. I pray for everybody affected in this situation. I'm gonna do my part to do better, and this is to pay more attention. Being more resourceful, learning what to do in these situations, learning how to help people prevent these situations. Like, the little things that I'm going to do now are what can help. And the little things that people who are inspired by these videos that are going to come out soon, who want to help, y'all are going to make a difference. And I hope that this touches everybody's heart, that it reaches. I hope that people are motivated to do better, because our life is not worth this petty stuff. This is petty, ignorant stuff. People trying to get their political views out there don't need to do this. Violence is not the answer. People who are trying to spread hatred and racism, this is not the answer. People who are trying to justify whatever lifestyle they live through and want to get it across through violence, this is not the answer. Money is not the answer for violence. Like, this, there's no answer for violence, really. Violence was never the answer. Well, it never will be the answer. It never should have been the answer. I'm going to just stop rambling right now because... But I hope somebody was inspired by this. I apologize for my appearance, but then again, I don't, because this is the raw me. This is the true and honest me, and I'm not about to cake my face up and do my hair and make light of this situation, because there's nothing light about this situation. Y'all stay blessed, stay safe out there, stay knowledgeable, stay inspired, stay positive, and stay blessed. And I just pray that these families get through this.